Hi, welcome to the Hard Rock Show. I'm Shane.
I'm Andrew.
And we've got a lot to get through on this episode.
A lot. Now, we had an abortive sort of failed start to our second season. We had a lot of scheduling issues and illness issues and all sorts of things.
The entire universe has been absolutely against us getting this episode up.
Yeah, but here we are. We're spitting in fate's eyes, I told you the other day, and we're just doing it anyway. So, stick it. Here we go.
And hopefully we haven't tempted fate and the upload actually works.
Well, that or we're going on a road trip shortly, so that could be interesting as well. So,
but we'll cross that bridge when we get
come
to it.
Yes.
Straight into our Hard Rock Happening segment for the week, I guess.
Absolutely.
I'm going to let you start it off.
Well, there's a lot of news to get through now. At the start of the episode, you would have seen a little clip or video, or not a video, a picture of Janie Lane. Now, the biggest news over the last couple of weeks has been his death. Now, for those who don't know, Janie Lane was the famous frontman of Warrant, the one responsible for the beautiful vocals on Cherry Pie and other great songs. He was found alone in a hotel room with some alcohol and some painkillers. They're looking like calling it an accidental death, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, he was with a supergroup or something called Liberty and Justice, and they're holding off on releasing his last recorded track, which is called Sin. So they're waiting until things settle down a bit, and then they'll release that one. So hopefully that'll be a good last sort of testament to him and his career. But yeah, that's sad news to start the show off with, I guess.
Yeah, it's always sad when someone that we grew up with passes away way too early.
Yeah, well, it's the common thing, unfortunately. A lot of them go too young, so...
Yeah. But our condolences to all the fans, friends and family of Janie Lane.
Yeah.
Now, he's the newsman this week, and I'm just full of upcoming releases and new releases and things like that. So, first of all, I've got a date for the Metallica and Lou Reed collaboration.
Yeah, no, this is going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not real sure what to expect from this, and I don't think anybody is.
No.
Apparently, one song brought both James and Kirk to tears, so...
It'd be something interesting to make that happen, I guess.
Yeah, it's a song about fathers and...
Well, that could explain a few
James
things.
has always had a troubled relationship with his, and Kirk lost his just before the recording. So, but that's going to be out on November 1st, which, interestingly enough, is the same day as Megadeth's new album, 13, as it's going to be titled.
Yep.
I think that's the first time that Metallica and Megadeth have ever released an album on the same day. So,
we'd have to look up that, but I reckon that's probably the case.
And I don't think Megadeth are going to have any trouble outselling Metallica this time around.
Probably not, not for this one.
But yeah, we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
So that's November 1st.
All right. I'll go to another news article, I guess. Now, Nick Oliveri, he's the bass player for Caius, Queens of the Stone Age.
And currently Caius Lives, the new incarnation of Caius.
That's right, I've forgotten that one. But yeah, now he's facing 15 years of prison, the git. He had a 4-hour hold-up at his house, keeping his girlfriend hostage. They had a SWAT team there and the whole bloody works. And I don't know what triggered it. There's not much details around about it, but it's just that he's been charged and he could be going away for 15 years. So whatever he did last could well be his last thing. So
he's always been a wild man, but I guess that takes the cake for how wild he can actually get.
Yeah, that's very silly. Very silly.
Now, got more releases.
Yep.
September 13th.
Yeah.
Big day.
Big day, yes.
Very, very big day. We've got the new Dream Theater album coming out.
That'll be an interesting one.
Anthrax, their long-awaited new album.
Yeah.
Worship Music.
Mm-hmm.
First album with Joey Belladonna for a long time.
Yep.
And we've also got Alice Cooper's new album coming out, which we've talked about on the show before. Yep. That's Welcome to My Nightmare, as in number 2, sequel. Yep. So that's a big day for releases, and I can't wait for that day to come. I'll be handing out all my cash that day, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's not going to be much left in the wallet, I don't think, so we'll see how that comes along. All right, now this one's a bit funny as well. Necro Butcher. We're starting off with a name like Necro. It must be a bass player theme. Now, there's a Facebook thing going around International Abuser Bassist Day. I think we're adding fuel to the fire for that one. He's the bass player for Mayhem, yeah. Now, I don't know why or what or whatever, but he's about to undergo a filmed exorcism for the pure reason that it will be fun. It's about all the information I've really going to give you about that, but that's just out there.
It's just another thing in a long line of bizarre events to do with the Norwegian black metal community.
Strange folks, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, another big day for releases in September is going to be September 27th, where we have Machine Head's long-awaited new album, Unto the Locust.
Yep.
We also have Sebastian Bach's release of Kicking and Screaming, which
this
I
one's been
cannot
hyped.
wait for.
Yeah.
Huge Sebastian Bach fan.
And you've been on a tear about his stuff lately too. You've been listening to it non-stop lately, so...
Love it all. There's not a bad thing amongst it all.
No, I agree.
And also the new Chickenfoot album, which is their second, but for some reason it's titled Chickenfoot 3.
Well,
Figure that out. But that's also on September 27th. So another big day where
We're going
JB Hi-Fi is going to get most of my money.
paycheck to paycheck at this kind of point in time.
Exactly.
All right, now a couple of album news things related, I guess. Now, Motorhead have let slip they're planning a covers album. That'll be interesting in itself. And Heart are also planning a new album as well. Apparently, they've got it mostly written, so that'll be interesting again. Also, Shinedown are in the studio for their fourth album with Rob Cavallo, the producer from their last album. And another little interesting tidbit going back to Megadeth, Dave Mustaine. He's come out and said his favourite Metallica song is Unforgiven. Not one I would have thought he'd picked, but the reason behind it was that he thought that it was the first time he'd really heard James sing, and so he loved it for that reason purely.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Now, do you have...
Excuse me.
Yeah. Do you have any more... This is the illness thing we're going on about, so... Do you have any more releases you want to throw out there before I got one more news article, so...
Well, Kiss have set the title for their next record.
Okay.
It's going to be called Monster, and it's slated for an early 2012 release, so...
Okay.
Nothing official release date-wise, but again, that's another one that I can't wait for.
Yeah.
It's the follow-up to Sonic Boom, and it should be good.
Yeah. Cool. Now, this last little piece of news that I've got sort of hits a bit close to home for me, not in an emotional sense, but it's just a moral sense. Record labels for too long have held the copyright to masters for the lifetime of anything, for eternity more or less in law. Don Henley of the Eagles is on the front foot about some new changes to the law in the United States, that if you recorded something after 1978, you can invoke termination rights, and within 2 years, you get the rights to your masters back. Now, a lot of the record labels didn't like this, tried to put some sort of clause in there saying it was a work for hire thing, basically saying the bands were employed to provide a service, not create, which, in my opinion, is a complete joke, and in his opinion too, which he states. Now, I personally think that all the artists out there should get behind this, and for the unsigned acts that we deal with a lot, pay attention, don't give everything to the record labels. It's not worth it, and if you're recording, if you're doing anything like that, get a hold of your masters. If you're not signing a contract and signing your life away, get a hold of it, keep it. You don't know where it's going to go next, so just hang on to everything you can, fight for it. That's my personal opinion. So all you unsigned bands out there, stick it to them. The record labels don't have the same power anymore.
Definitely.
My personal opinion. Little rant from me, I guess.
Just lastly, on the 25th of August,
Yep.
Rob Halford, the metal god,
Yes.
celebrated his 60th birthday.
Yeah.
And on the very same day, Gene Simmons, who some might want to refer to as the demon from
Yep.
Kiss, I guess,
Yep.
or the father from Family Jewels,
Yeah.
he celebrated his 62nd birthday. So,
Happy birthday to them.
yeah, happy birthday to them.
It's all good.
And who said you can be too old to rock?
Well, we've got them, we've got Lemmy and a bunch of others going around, so if you can survive long enough, well...
Exactly.
That's the key.
So, that's it for news.
I've got one release. There's a new and one more super group out there called Super Heavy. It's got Mick Jagger, Joss Stone, Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics, Damian Marley, and A.R. Rahman, something like that. I forget how to pronounce the name exactly. They're new.
It's weird combination of people.
Yeah. Now they're doing some sort of rock reggae thing. Haven't heard it. Very curious. So this will be interesting. It's got Mick Jagger and Joss Stone and a few of the others all combining on the vocal work for it. The new single from them is called Miracle Worker. It's out now, and the album that this comes off drops on September 19. So that'll be one of those.
Interesting.
There's two interesting ones. Here we've got the Metallica collaboration. Now there's this one as well. So
yeah,
keep your ear to the ground for those ones, I guess.
Well, now we've got some current releases, things that are already out to talk about. We've got Segression, Aussie metal band.
Yes.
They've been broken up for the last
I don't know how long.
5 or more years.
Yep.
But they've just come back with Never Dead. It's nothing that you wouldn't expect from Segression, honestly.
I've listened to it before, and it's just same old, but good stuff all the same.
Yeah, it's still really good, but it's not a
breakaway
not a great step in career-wise. But I still like it.
Yep.
Now we've got Electric Dynamite.
Yep.
Hair, Denim, Sex, Metal.
Now, we saw these guys not long ago. And
just the other night.
Yeah.
Great live show. We've seen them actually at their album launch, which was at House of Rock.
Yep.
Fantastic album. Quite a few good songs on there.
Yep.
I personally enjoy the opening track, which is called Eternal Serenade.
Okay, cool.
And Hotter Than Hell. They're two of my favourites on there. But I definitely recommend grabbing a copy of that one.
Yep.
Heaven the Axe, which we spoke about in our last episode.
Yep.
The album's still not quite out, but we've got ourselves a little copy of it here. And basically, it's great. We talked about it last week, so I'll say no more.
Yep.
Definitely check out Enemy.
Yep.
And Triple M's actually played Enemy a few times now, so get behind it.
Just congratulations to them for that too. So
exactly,
good on them.
And then I guess this falls into the release category as well.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
You might have noticed here that we've got a few bottles of wine.
Which is not traditionally what we're drinking on the show, but it's there.
It's not because we're pissheads and we go through 2 bottles of wine each. We've got
easy done.
A selection of AC/DC wines that they've released. We've got Back in Black Shiraz there, and there's Hell's Bells, Sauvignon Blanc, You Shook Me All Night Long, Moscato, and Highway to Hell, Cab Sav. It's
for all you wine connoisseurs out there.
Interesting merchandise from a band like AC/DC. I think their name would probably go better on a slab of beer, to be honest. But no, it's good stuff. It's reasonably priced, and it's good to add to your collection.
Yeah.
So get down to Dan Murphy's and
enjoy
get yourself a couple of bottles.
Yep.
All right, let's take a look at our feature artists now.
Yep.
We'll start by throwing up one of their clips.
Yes.
So this is their clip for Living in the City.
By $1 Million Reload.
Check it out.
Need
All right, that was the clip for Living in the City, which is off $1 Million Reload's debut album, Anthems of a Degeneration.
Yes.
Fantastic album.
This is a standout, I personally believe.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, some of you might remember from a few episodes ago, or quite a few episodes ago.
Yeah, a while ago now.
Our Bon Scott tribute episode.
Yep.
We played a track called The Last Icon over a little montage that we put together. That was actually a $1 Million Reload song, which
Off
is
this album,
on this album.
Yep.
And we've talked about it a lot, but this band musically is like Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Appetite era Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
With Bon Scott as a singer.
If you can imagine that, then you can hear this, and I've seen some comments and stuff posted around, Facebook, YouTube, whatever else have you. People saying that Bon Scott lives on in this band, and if anyone can pull off a Bon Scott vocal, I don't know the name of the singer off the top of my head, but damn me, if he can't do it, then no one can do it, because it's just a dead ringer for it.
Phil Connellan.
That's
is
it.
his name.
Yeah, you're the better one with names than me, so.
Yeah, he's a fantastic singer, and I absolutely agree. He really can pull off Bon Scott really, really well. And the lyrics that he's written for The Last Icon show that he's just an absolute fan of Bon Scott as well. And he's
nothing but respect.
He's not trying to rip off Bon Scott. He's absolutely paying respect to him. But
it's one of those influences that are very firmly on one sleeve. Yeah.
But like we said, musically, the band, Appetite era Guns N' Roses for sure.
Yep.
The members of the band actually backed up Steven Adler on one of his UK tours, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, credit to them for that one too. That's a pretty good gig to get.
So the album's called Anthems of a Degeneration.
Yep.
And
definitely go out and get this one. This is, I don't know, we love this album to death. I know that I personally, every time I hear it, it just gets me going. I love this stuff. It pumps me up every single time.
But we've got some favourite tracks off this album.
Yep, as usual.
Yep. Last Icon, which we just spoke about, which it's just a superb tribute to Bon Scott.
Yeah, lyrically and musically. Yeah.
Music we've grown up listening to, and I'm sure a lot of you have as well.
Yeah.
And another one of mine is Tattoos and Dirty Girls.
Yeah.
It's just full of sleaze, and I love it.
The intro to that is where you really get your vibe for the Guns N' Roses type stuff too. It's just
absolutely
out there and awesome. So now that being said, that's also one of my top 2 tracks. So we both picked that one. We both love it. So that says something for the song right there. My other one is Freeloader. There's just something about that song, a massive amount of energy in that song, and I love it. But there's other tracks on there too, like Fire Your Guns and those other ones.
There's not a bad track on there.
There's not.
It's just some of them
stand out more.
They just you get along with the track better, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
But definitely a great album. And the guys are actually in the studio at the moment as well, making the follow-up, recording the follow-up.
Which we're looking forward to heavily.
Definitely.
This album has all your good stuff. It's got a couple of slower songs, Last Icon being one of them. Yeah. But mostly it's just balls to the wall rock and roll. Can't say any more good things about it. It's just get it. Basically, it's awesome. Support these guys. And if you're in Northern Ireland, which is where they're from.
Well, we haven't actually mentioned that. They're another one from Northern Ireland. So,
but if you're over there, go and see these guys, because the video we've seen of them on YouTube and stuff, they put on one hell of a show. So get out there and support them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've got some tour dates to look at, haven't we?
Yeah, we do. So we might just throw to the tour dates now, I guess.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
So I guess that concludes our segment on $1 Million Reload.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll revisit them again.
Definitely when they drop the next album, for sure.
Absolutely. And I hope that we can tee up an interview with those guys sometime over Skype or something as well.
Hoping for that.
But now we just want to throw out there pretty quickly that this weekend on the 2nd of September in Adelaide at the Cavern Club, we have Glam Slam 4. which is going to be a huge event.
Yes, very much so, especially if we've got something to say about it. So
we have Fast Track from Victoria are playing.
Yep.
Along with Generation Swine, Rebel Circus, and Fox.
Yep.
And we're also going to be there. We're going on a road trip. Now, this is going to...
be messy, to say the least, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. We're going over there. We're going to film as much as we can, including the drive there and back. So you're going to see a whole different side of us at some point or another. Probably a much grumpier side of us, to be honest.
It's very possible, especially considering what time we're planning on leaving.
Yeah, pretty much. And we're going to go there and pretty much tear Adelaide a new one if we get the chance to.
Yeah.
The people we're going to be going over there with and hanging out with is going to make this an interesting weekend, to say the least.
Definitely. But we've got quite a few interviews lined up while we're over there, so stay tuned for the next few weeks. We'll have a couple of Adelaide specials to bring to you.
Yeah.
And they could be very interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun, I reckon. So this is our first tour for the Hard Rock Show, I guess. It's something a bit different, a bit out there. We're promoting a event.
Glam Slam 4.
Glam Slam 4, yeah. We're promoters for this one, so not a bad one to get a hold of. If you're in Adelaide, get down there, join us, say hi, have a few drinks with us, because that's what it's all about.
Buy us a drink.
You're not meant to say that. You're meant to just hope that it comes. But anyway.
No, we deserve it. Buy it.
Screw it. Buy us a drink.
But we'll see how that goes anyway.
Yeah, and if you're there, we'll see you there.
But for now, we want to chuck something out there for a band that we completely accidentally discovered.
And fell in love with very quickly. This one's a bit different, so...
Really, really cool. Probably not classed as hard rock. Exactly.
No, but then again, when you see what they can do with some good covers...
Led Zeppelin covers.
Yeah, damn, they fall into it, I tell you what.
So here's some tour dates for them anyway.
Yep.
And then we're going to go straight into their latest video clip, which is Blackwater Rising.
So this is all from a Melbourne band called
Stonefield.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Enjoy.
Walk me through the clover. Push my luck right over. Give me just 3 wishes, and I'll lose them on your kisses. Walk me through the night, through the city lights. Show me your night.
All right, so that was Blackwater Rising by Stonefield from Victoria. Fantastic band, 4 sisters.
Yep.
And as Andrew said before, unbelievable what they can do with a Led Zeppelin cover.
Yeah, absolutely
We've
amazing.
seen a couple of videos on YouTube.
Yeah. Look them up because...
Look 'em up.
And these guys, as you can see by the dates, are very, very busy. They're on a full-blown national tour at the moment. So if you get a chance to go out and see these guys, from what we've seen on video, they can do it. They can pull it off. And they're 4 chicks, da-da-da, whatever, I don't care. They definitely rock. And as far as I'm concerned, they're awesome. So check them out for sure.
Hey, they're good enough to get the support slot with Cold Chisel, who are Australian icons.
Yeah.
So
That's got to tell you something right there, folks. Yeah.
And hopefully towards the end of the year, we should have an interview with them as well.
Yeah,
so
that'll be good fun to
stay
have
tuned for that.
Yes.
But that's about it for the Hard Rock Show. So
Until next week.
until next week, drink up and rock on.
Yeah.
But if
Not too sure.
an episode doesn't show up,
Yeah.
it's probably because we're in an Adelaide jail.
That's very possible, actually. So, if you're missing us,
Come and bail us out.
That's a good point, actually. Bail us out, then we can all drink up and rock on together, kind of thing. But yeah, Adelaide, look out, here we come. So until you see us next,
Drink up.
rock on.
Blackwater.
Very good, Blackwater.